Guys, I know you're super excited to learn how we can apply altitudes inside of a triangle, what is an altitude? What kind of segment is created in a triangle when it is an altitude? Heavenly Hamburger, you guys are so on point today. So, an altitude is created from the vertex of a triangle, and when it hits the other side of the triangle, it is perpendicular, which means it makes a 90-degree angle. So, all three of these are an altitude because when they all start from a vertex, and when they hit the other side, they make a 90-degree angle or a right angle. So that's how I know that all three of these segments are altitudes. And don't forget that point of concurrency in the middle of that nifty bad boy right here. That point of concurrency in an altitude, the point of concurrency for altitudes intersecting is called the orthocenter. So that is the point of concurrency when three altitudes intersect each other. Pretty awesome, right? I know. Okay, so we're going to use this property. We're going to use the fact that altitudes create 90-degree angles to help us find some other angles inside of our triangle. So let's get going because I know you guys are already on point and ready to go with this problem. All right, so it says the measure of angle ABC is 40 degrees, which I'm going to label my picture because that's going to help me solve. So angle ABC, A to the B to the C, so this whole angle right there, ABC is the whole angle, is 40 degrees. Okay, and it wants me to find angle BAD, B-A-D, it's bad to the bone. That's a board slapper. Oh man, I just cracked myself up. Alright, so angle BAD I'm trying to find. So BAD is right here, so I'm curious about that angle. I also need to find B to the C to the F, so BCF, which is this little guy right here. I'm going to put a question mark because I don't know what it is. And angle A to the O to the C. So AOC is right here, and I forgot to label that this is O. So eventually I want to find AOC, which is this whole angle right here. Alright, so let's take this one piece at a time. Now in geometry, sometimes you have to look within the shape. You have to find shapes within the shape to help you find the angles or pieces you're looking for. Okay, so we're going to have to dig into this triangle to eventually find these three angles. Okay, so BAD. So the first one I'm finding is B to the A to the D, the bad angle. That's probably a demon cat angle, so I'd watch yourself. So I want to find what this angle is. So do you see a shape or something already in my triangle that might help me find that angle? Do you see a shape within the triangle that could help me find that? I agree, you guys. So if you guys look here, there's lots of little triangles within the big triangle. It's pretty cool. So I'm going to use one of the triangles within the big triangle to help me solve for the bad angle, angle BAD. Okay, so I'm going to look at this triangle right here. And it's also the bad triangle, triangle BAD. Holy hot dog, we're finding the bad angle and the bad triangle. This is going to get messy, you guys, I can already tell. Okay, so I'm going to draw this triangle over here again so you can see a little better. So we have, which I guess I could use my ruler to make it a prettier triangle and not all messed up because I'm not good at drawing straight lines. I'm not talented. You might be talented in that area, but I am definitely not, so I'm not even going to try. Alright, so I have triangle BAD. Alright, and I want to know what this angle is. I don't know what that one is. Okay, now what angle do I already know in this triangle? What is the angle that we were given originally? Correcto mundo, you guys are awesome. So we already know that angle ABC, right here, ABC, which is this angle, is 40 degrees. So I already know that this angle is 40 degrees. Okay, so that's 40 degrees. What is the degree of a right angle? Almost said it. Silly, Miss Long. Yes, it is 90 degrees. So I know that this is 90 degrees, that's 40 degrees. Now, what do all the angles in a triangle add up to equal? You guys got it. You're too cool for school. So all the angles in a triangle add up to be 180. So this bad boy plus this bad boy plus that literal bad boy, because it's a bad angle, will all add up to be 180. So I'm going to set up this problem. So I know that 40 degrees plus 90 degrees plus angle BAD, so the measure of angle BAD, will all add up to be 180. And that's going to help me find angle BAD, which I'm going to zoom in because I know I'm writing really small. And you're probably like, Miss Long, my eyes are not that great from this angle. Not saying you have bad eyesight, but even from this angle, I've got good vision and I can't even see it. So I'm going to help you guys out and zoom in so we can all see the pretty triangle and find this angle. All right, let's solve for angle BAD. Sorry, it's still kind of blurry. Stop. Okay, I think that's better. Okay, let's get started, you guys. Sorry. Okay, so 40 plus 90, when I add those bad boys together, will be 130 degrees, plus the measure of angle BAD equals 180 degrees. All right, now I need to solve for the measure of BAD. So how do I bring a positive 130 to the other side? I would subtract that bad boy on both sides. So I'm going to subtract both sides by 130 degrees. All right, which these will cancel out and turn to 0. All right, so the measure of BAD, we're almost there. The measure of angle BAD equals whatever 180. Oh, I didn't put the subtraction symbol. Silly, Miss Long. 180 minus 130 will give me 50 degrees. So guess what, you guys? The measure of angle BAD is 50 degrees. Whoa. I'm going to zoom back out so we can see the whole picture again. All right, here we go. Slide this over. Okay. Okay, so I know that the measure of BAD is 50 degrees. So I'm going to label that in my triangle. I'm also going to label it in my picture because maybe that eventually will help me to find these other two angles I'm looking for. I don't know. They might not. Let's see. Okay, so BAD is 50 degrees. So it's no longer a question mark. Yes. We don't want it to be a question mark, which if that's too messy, you can always white out it out if my whiteout will work. It's like my whiteout's having issues. Come on, thing. Well, my whiteout is currently not cooperating. If you can see, it looks like it's broken. Come on, thing. Okay, here it goes. Okay. Sorry, guys. I'm having some serious issues today. All right, so this is 50 degrees right here. So that way there's no confusion with the little question mark. Okay, so moving on to BCF. I know you guys already want to get started on that, so let's move on. So BCF, B to the C to the F is right here. So I'm trying to find this little guy right here. So again, when we're finding angles in a triangle, sometimes it's helpful to look for shapes within the triangle. Do you see a shape within this triangle that might help me find this angle right here? Give you a second to think about it. I spotted two, you guys. You guys are so clever. So yes, we would use this triangle right here. Which, guys, this is not the only way to solve it in geometry and in math in general, but especially in geometry, there are lots of ways to get to the same answer. So like if you found a different triangle or some other properties to help you find that, you wouldn't have to use this triangle. But I'm going to be using triangle FBC. Okay, so like I did before, I'm going to draw a mini version of that right here. So triangle BFC. Oh, I'm going to use my ruler again since I'm not good at drawing straight lines. I was not granted that talent. Okay. There we go. All right, so I got my right angle right there and triangle BFC. Okay, which currently, do I know any of the angles already in this lovely triangle? I do know, it's hard to tell, but I do know angle ABC, which is also secretly angle FBD or FBC. Okay, so I already know this angle is 40 degrees. All right, so now I need to find this angle right here. Okay, which, if you look over here, we kind of did the same thing. So I'm going to set this up to solve, which what is the degree or how many degrees are in a right angle? Oh man, you guys remembered from last time. All right, so it's 90 degrees. Okay, and then what do all the angles in a triangle add up to equal? Insane, you guys. It is 180. Guys, so I'm going to set this up real quickly, which if you'll notice, it will look very similar to what we just did. So I know that 40 degrees plus 90 degrees equals the measure of angle BCF. Sorry, I almost said BFC. What are you talking about, Miss Long? BCF. Oh, not an equal sign. Sorry, guys. Like, I'm having some serious problems today. Plus the measure of angle BCF equals 180 because all the degrees in a triangle have to be 180. Okay, so let's start solving now. And again, I'm going to zoom in. All right, which this is going to flow very similar to last time because if you guys see, these are the same equations. So you probably already know what BCF is, but it doesn't hurt to check to make sure you did it right. So 40 plus 90 is going to give me 130 degrees. So 130 degrees plus the measure of angle BCF equals 180. All right, I need to get the measure of BCF by itself, which means I need to subtract 130 on both sides. Bam. Bam. Again, you're probably like, Miss Long, this is deja vu. We literally just did that. Well, it's okay. It's still a blast. Okay, so 130 minus 130 cancels and turns to 0. Okay, and 180 minus 130 is 50 degrees. Okay, so the measure of angle BCF equals 50 degrees. Yay! We found the measure of angle BCF. So this angle right here is 50 degrees. And again, I'm also going to label this in my big picture because maybe it will help me on the very last problem. Let's see. So angle BCF is 50 degrees. Nice. Okay, so our final angle, angle A to the O to the C. Okay, which I'm going to do it in pink. I know I have a lot of colors going on, but we're currently trying to find this angle right here. This is what we're looking at right now. Okay, this big question mark. Okay, so this one's going to be not as straightforward. Okay, there's not going to be an easy triangle to necessarily find to help you find this angle. So I want you guys to look close at my picture. Sorry, guys. I want you guys to look close at my picture and see, what can I use in my triangle, or what shapes? There might be a shape that can help me get to that angle. There might not be a shape that this angle is within, like the other ones were. Like the other ones, the angle that we were looking for was inside of a triangle. Okay, well, maybe the triangle that this angle is in won't be helpful, so maybe we need to use a different triangle to help us get that, or some other angles we've already found to help us get to there. So I'm going to let you guys think for a minute on this, because I want you to try to do it without me. So how could we eventually get to this angle? So think about it. And again, if you want to try this part on your own, like if it won't hurt my feelings if on this part you want to mute me. I know I can be annoying sometimes, so it's okay if you want to mute me and try the angle, or try to find the angle on your own. Okay, so if you're like, I want to try this on my own, sorry, Miss Long, I'm going to mute you, that's okay. So if you want to do that, go ahead and find the angle. Otherwise, you can see the way that I'm going to find the angle, which, like I said, you guys, there's not just one way to find this angle. There are many ways we can get to this angle, but I'm going to show you the way I think is the most straightforward. Okay, so currently we do see that this angle is in this triangle right here, but we don't know enough about this triangle. I don't know what these two angles are, so it's going to be really hard to find that one. So I'm not going to use a triangle to help me find this angle, or I'm not going to use the triangle that the angle is within. I'm actually going to use this triangle right here. Which I know I got a lot of colors going on. I'm going to use this triangle, which I'll just shade it in so you know what I'm talking about. I'm going to use this triangle to help me find this angle right here. So angle COD. I'm going to find this angle because what do these two angles form right here? Which I'm going to try to bold it. I know there's a lot going on this paper. What does angle AOC? So this angle see if I try to emphasize this angle, and angle COD, so this angle form. When you put these two together, which I'm going to draw off to the side, so we got angle AOC, A to the O to the C, sorry. Got angle AOC, and we have angle COD. So what do these two angles form when you put them together? Which maybe will help if I turn it this way. What do these two angles form? They do form this lovely line down here. And what do all the degrees of a line add up to equal? They do add up to be 180. So if I can find this angle, angle COD, that will help me to find angle AOC, which is what I'm trying to find. Okay, which this yellow triangle that I highlighted will help me to find this angle. And guys, I'm not going to sit here and solve this again because we've kind of already done it twice. Okay, but one of the angles in my yellow triangle right here is 90. Because remember, right angles are 90 degrees. This angle is 50 degrees. So what does the third angle in my triangle have to be based on what we just did? If one angle is 50 degrees and one angle is 90, what does the other one have to be? If one's 50, one's 90, what does the other one have to be? Holy hot dog, you guys, it is 40. Okay, so you could sit here and set this up. Like I could say 50 plus 90 plus the measure COD equals 180. And then when I subtract 40 from both sides, it would give me, or when I subtract 50 plus 90 from both sides, which is 140, 180 minus 140 is 40. Okay, so we already know that our final angle is 40. So I'm not going to sit here and work it out again because you've already seen me do that 2 times. All right, so this angle is 40 degrees. Now, what do both angles of a line add up to equal? Or what is the degree of a line? It is 180. So I know this angle plus angle AOC will give me 180. So I'm going to set up that bad boy real quickly. So we have the measure of angle AOC, which is what I'm trying to find. So this angle plus 40 degrees equals 180 because they make a line. Yay! All right, let's start solving. So how do I bring positive 40 to the other side? I would subtract 40 on both sides. You guys just make me so happy because you're so super smart and you're so hardworking and you've done this whole problem brilliantly. I'm so proud of you guys. So 40 minus 40 is 0. 180 minus 40 is 140 degrees. So guess what, you guys? The measure of angle A to the O to the C is 140 degrees. And guess what, you guys? Bam! We are done with this whole problem. Just soak it in for a little bit. Soak it in. Isn't it beautiful? Look at that. Nice job, you guys. I always love working math problems with you guys. You guys just make my day. So thank you guys. I enjoyed it thoroughly.